Welcome to the Morning Roundup for May 5th, 2025. I'm Maya Hayes.
And I'm Julian Vance.
So today we're diving into AI and technology news.
Right.
We've got a set of, well, really interesting developments to unpack. Things like how AI policies are being shaped.
And surprising shifts in car design, too, apparently.
Exactly. Our goal is really to go beyond just the headlines and help you understand what these changes actually mean.
Absolutely. We'll be looking at the impact, the context, and, yeah, even some of the potential downsides of these advancements.
Okay, let's start with AI governance then. It seems there's a new tool out, the Darwin AI Policy Wizard.
Yeah, and what's notable here, I think, is the aim. Helping local governments and public agencies craft their own AI policies.
Which can be tough for them, right? Limited resources.
Exactly. So a free tool specifically designed to help them navigate AI regulation.
Yeah.
That's actually quite a significant step. It's about moving beyond just, broad national guidelines.
Making responsible AI something achievable locally. And it helps them align with things like the NIST AI risk management framework. That's the structure for managing AI risks.
Precisely. So the wizard sounds like it offers a practical path, helps agencies select risk tolerance, pick frameworks.
And even use their existing policies.
Yeah, lets them upload existing documents, which is smart. They aren't starting from a blank slate. This whole localized, customizable thing is really key for effective governance,
So the main point isn't just the tool itself, but recognizing that practical AI rules need to be accessible.
And adaptable.
Adaptable to specific needs, specific contexts. That's the core insight, I'd say.
Okay. Now, switching gears to AI investment. Any sphere they make that AI coding tool, Cursor,
Right.
they've reportedly pulled in a massive funding round, $900 million.
Yeah, it's a huge number. Really underscores the, intense interest in how AI can change software development.
And the valuation, around $9 billion. That's a big jump. It is. Shows a lot of confidence in Cursor and just the whole market for these AI coding tools generally. There's also a mention of a competitor, Windsurf, getting attention too.
So it's a pretty dynamic space.
Very much so.
It really highlights how AI isn't just changing what software does, but fundamentally how we create it.
And that kind of funding, well, it can seriously speed up development and how these tools get integrated into developer workflows.
If you think bigger picture, the efficiency gains these AI coding tools promise.
Yeah.
It could mean faster innovation, right?
Potentially, yes. And it might reshape roles within development teams too. Raises questions about, how these tools augment people and what skills developers will need going forward.
Okay, but on a more, let's say, cautionary note, there are reports suggesting AI models, particularly the ones linked to search engines, are hallucinating more, generating wrong info.
Yes, and this is a critical challenge. We're integrating AI deeper and deeper into how we find information. And the examples given wrong marathon locations, inaccurate stats. They might seem small, but they show how AI can just present false stuff as fact.
Which is a huge problem for anything sensitive, like court documents, medical info, business data.
Absolutely. Accuracy is paramount there.
And what's really surprising, maybe, is that internal tests at OpenAI reportedly show newer models, like O3 and O4 Mini, actually have higher hallucination rates than older ones.
That really stands out, doesn't it? It kind of goes against what you'd expect, that newer, more advanced models would be more reliable.
Yeah, definitely.
So the fact that more sophistication might actually correlate with more errors, it suggests there's a complex trade-off happening in AI development.
Makes you wonder what's causing it.
Exactly. And it highlights the need for, much better validation methods, especially when these systems are used for critical stuff. This trend, if it holds, is a significant drawback we need to watch closely.
Okay, let's shift to something maybe more positive, focusing on global impact. Google.org has launched an AI opportunity fund for the Asia-Pacific region.
Right. And this seems aimed squarely at getting the workforce in that region ready for AI opportunities.
There was a report mentioned, AVPN. It said lots of excitement about AI.
But very little actual training. 58% excited, but only 15% trained, and most don't even know training exists. That's a big gap.
A huge gap. So this fund is trying to bridge that.
Looks like it. Through localized programs, tailored training.
And it's interesting, they're focusing on diverse groups, rural India, migrant workers in Singapore, people with disabilities in Japan.
That tailored approach seems crucial, doesn't it? Generic AI training probably wouldn't cut it.
No.
By focusing on practical, locally relevant uses of AI, these programs could actually empower people in communities. It acknowledges how diverse the Asia-Pacific region really is.
Aiming for more inclusive growth through AI makes sense.
Hmm.
Now, for something kind of unexpected, car makers are apparently bringing back physical buttons.
Yeah, it looks like a potential reversal of that huge trend towards everything being on touchscreens in cars.
And it seems safety is the big driver.
Largely, yes. Europe's Euro 6 they do the safety ratings. They're actually going to start incentivizing physical controls next year for better scores.
Because making drivers look away from the road to poke at a screen for wipers or hazards, that's obviously risky.
Precisely. Euro NCAP specifically wants things like wipers, indicators, hazard lights to have physical analog controls.
And Volkswagen just announced they are bringing back buttons for volume, heating, hazards.
Yeah, that's pretty significant. Their design chief even admitted their past digital interfaces, well, weren't as intuitive as they'd hoped.
That's quite an admission.
It suggests a wider industry recognition, maybe, that they went too far with touchscreens for basic driving functions.
And others like Mazda are doing similar things, keeping or re-adding buttons.
Right. Combine that with research showing drivers generally prefer physical buttons.
Yeah.
It really points towards a shift.
So even though touchscreens might be cheaper.
Safety and user experience seem to be pushing back. It's a fascinating turn.
Okay, now a security story. Telemessage. It's a modified Signal app used by some U.S. government folks.
Yes, and it's reportedly been hacked.
That sounds bad, especially for an app meant for secure communication.
It's a significant vulnerability, yeah. When you modify a secure platform like Signal, especially for government use and archiving, you really need to get the security right. This breach raises big questions.
And the hackers got archived messages, contact info, even back-end logins.
That's what's reported. Data from Customs and Border Protection, Coinbase, Scotiabank, also apparently affected.
Wow. And the cause was basically that the archived messages weren't end-to-end encrypted between the app and storage.
That seems to be the core issue reported, a major oversight for anything claiming to be secure.
Definitely undermines the whole point.
It really does, especially for sensitive government or financial data. It just hammers home how crucial security is, not just for data moving around, but also when it's stored. And the risks of using modified secure tools without intense auditing.
A serious reminder there. Okay, finally, let's talk Apple. A report suggests they might change up their iPhone launch schedule, splitting the iPhone 18 release in 2026.
Yeah, this would be different from their usual big fall launch event for all models.
So the Pro models would still come in fall 2026.
Reportedly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the less expensive iPhone 18 and maybe a new model called the 16 could get pushed to spring 2027.
Interesting. And there's talk of a foldable iPhone maybe in fall 2026 as well.
That rumor's floating around too.
So this potential split, plus earlier rumors about a slimmer iPhone 17 Air next year, it sounds like Apple might be trying out a more varied release strategy.
It could be. And the report also mentioned possibly testing production of cheaper iPhone 18s in India.
To deal with tariffs, maybe. Less reliance on China.
That seems like a plausible factor, yes.
Hmm.
These shifts could be about hitting different market segments, maybe spreading out the product focus across the year and definitely diversifying their supply chain.
A lot of potential changes to watch there.
For sure. It'll be interesting to see how it actually plays out.
All right, that's a wrap on today's Morning Roundup for May 5th, 2025.
Join us tomorrow for more insights into the world of AI and technology.
We're Maya Hayes.
And Julian Vance.